Gray is here on the Blaze Radio Network.
Great to have you with us. 888-900-3393. Pat Unleashed on Twitter. We are just 2 days away from BYU football. I know the world is on pins and needles, and of course, the people nobody cares about, the Missouri Tigers.
They play tonight.
They play
day
tonight.
0. Right.
So, man, that went by fast, though, didn't it? Didn't summer go by fast?
Not fast enough.
I mean, have you ever stopped to consider the significance of the passage of time?
I haven't, but
you should stop and think about it. The passage of time and its significance. It's really significant in terms of the passage of time. And it's just kind of hit me lately. I don't know why. But it actually did go by fast, didn't it?
Yeah, kind of did.
It seemed like we were just talking about how it's 4 months away, it's so long, and nothing going on.
I will say this. It does feel like only yesterday we were playing that stupid montage of September clip that you have in your machine.
I'm sorry, did you refer to that as stupid?
Yeah. No, it's fine. It's fine.
It's fine. No, it's far beyond fine.
But it feels like only yesterday we were playing that.
It does seem like, and now
to welcome September, and that's going to happen in like 2 days.
Yes,
2 or 3 days. Amazing.
It's almost time again for
everything wrong gonna be alright. Come September.
3 days away. Yeah. A little glimpse into the future.
September.
Almost here.
I mean, it literally seems like yesterday we were playing.
It does. It does. Because I think it was yesterday. Not on the air, but we were playing that off. Because I look forward to that every year. Autumn is just such a great time of year. It's the return of football, eventually cooler temperatures.
Hopefully the sun moves away from
right.
Texas a little bit.
Right. It's not 3 miles above us anymore. It's like 5 or 6 miles above us. So that's great. The sad thing about it is, while September really kind of means cooler temperatures in the north, it doesn't mean that in Texas.
No, it doesn't.
No,
it does not.
Like, we look forward to December and January for that.
A couple of days in those months.
Yeah. Winter is like a Thursday in January. So we'll let you know when that happens. All right. Where has the President of the United States been? Where is he? What's he up to right now? Working hard
for the people.
For the people. I think we have a clip to prove. And we do.
Look how hard he's working for the American people.
Look at that. Yep.
Oof, man, he is.
Yeah. I mean, that's for you, people. That's for you.
It is.
That's not for him. That's for you.
No. That's. I just wanted to say hello.
Secrets. There must be Secret Service, right?
Keep moving.
Do you not have to be in shape to be in the United States Secret Service guarding the president?
What are you?
I'm just saying.
That man's
is he in peak physical condition? Is that your claim?
There he is. He's working right there.
Yeah. There he is.
I have a problem with that picture. Yes, thank you, Fisher. Why is he sharing the budget with Dr.
Because
Jill
that's the
Biden?
Bank accounts where the Chinese money is.
That's what I thought. Okay. Thank you, Fisher.
That necessarily isn't the American budget. Look at what Hunter's spending out of this account. What the hell does he think he's doing?
Man.
And is Jill using a rent seat? Like those rent seats? Because if...
I don't know.
Can they not afford?
Maybe, but don't they bring those around, right?
I don't know.
I don't know. They might be rented from the... yeah, they probably are, because both big umbrellas the same thing.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
He loves to do it, though.
Yes,
how many photos like that have we seen over the...
there he is. Look, I mean, he's sharp as a tack, spry.
What a dumb outfit. Why?
He's going to
He's
the
going
beach.
to the beach.
What else will you wear? A suit?
No, but something better than that.
What? It's wrong
Talking
with
about
that.
those
It's
are-
a
those are
bathing
$100
suit and a
shorts.
shirt. Yes. And that's an Under Armour shirt right there. So that's at least $90.
Okay. All right. Well, good. He looks fantastic. He really does.
And he's wearing his $300 shoes.
Yeah.
Is he?
Yeah,
Yeah.
go back to that one.
Yeah, there you
Those
go.
are the $300 shoes.
Oh, are they really?
The stabilizer, the balance shoes.
Those are $300.
Yeah, remember I was going to buy them for the show, but
Oh, yeah, the stabilizers. Yeah.
Okay.
And look, there's the same security guard. He's fine.
look at that gun. It's sticking out.
Yeah, that's not fat. That's gun. I have that issue.
Does this
from
ime
time
make
to
me
time.
look fat?
Yeah,
Right?
I have,
No.
I have that issue.
Your
from
fat
time to
makes
time.
you look fat. So don't worry about the gun.
Yeah, I have to
That's
put the
fine.
gun down every so often.
Because it makes you look
Yeah,
fat.
it makes you look
Yeah. Again, it's not the gun.
No, it's not.
No.
Really?
If you have to ask, the answer is no. It's something else. Do we have a new word salad? I'm so excited about a new word salad from Kamala.
Oh.
Yeah, and here it is.
Our country is counting on
Oh, yeah. This. Oh.
all of you. You are leaders. By the very fact that you all are here in this room, doing what you do at this incredible school, doing it as one big team, understanding all of the different parts that fit together to create a team.
Wow.
I mean,
Tampon Tim back there nodding in the back row. Like,
Yeah.
you're making some sense right now, hon.
that's what that interview is going to be like tonight. Right? With
won't that
with,
be good?
Dana Bash.
It's Dana, but yes.
Whatever. Dana, Danana, whatever she wants to call herself.
Yeah. Let's just call the whole thing off. The Trump campaign issued 10 questions that are must ask questions for tonight. And I'm guessing none of them will be used. None
Right.
of them will be asked.
Right.
They certainly don't want to appear as if, the Trump campaign had anything to do with the questions they're asking her.
That's for sure.
And it's going to be just some fluff interview. People are acting like this is going to be something riveting or something unusual, and I just don't think so. I don't buy it. And, she's put this off the whole time until now, and then she decides to do it the day before the Labor Day weekend begins, so that if it goes bad, you're going to forget about it by Tuesday.
Yeah.
Tuesday, the whole news cycle will have been forgotten, and we'll have moved on by then. So I'm sure that's why they scheduled it the way they did. Kind of surprised they didn't actually do it for Friday. Friday would have been even better for them because nobody will pay attention to what's going on.
Oh, no way. They're on their way for the
Yeah.
3-4 day weekend.
All the talk shows are off on Saturday, so there's no real chance to get into it. And then by Tuesday, when everybody comes back to work, you'll have forgotten. That's how lengthy our
In today's
attention
world, though,
span
social
is.
media keeps that stuff alive.
To a certain extent, but it still works. The weekend drop still pretty well works. MSNBC interrupted. Jen Psaki interrupted a word salad to praise Coach Tim.
And I will tell you, I was in a band when I was your age. So I know a little bit about, coach knows about the players, right? And all that you all are doing, it requires a whole lot of rehearsal, a whole lot of practice, long hours, right? Sometimes you get the notes, sometimes you don't.
All right. First of all, watching this, I feel like Governor Wall still seems like the teacher who just has a huge speaker that he's presenting to his classroom. He's watching very, and of course, Kamala Harris was in a band. Of course she was.
Ugh.
They're just so enamored with her all of a sudden. I don't understand it. Here are the 10 questions the Trump campaign released that should be asked. The first one, if you're capable of lowering prices for Americans, why haven't you done it in the last 3.5 years you've been in office? In fact, the opposite has happened.
Yes.
Why? Great question.
It probably won't be asked.
Probably not. Question 2. You say housing affordability would be a day one priority if you were elected. Why is it not a priority now? I love that. Third, would address her prior support for far left policies, ideas that her campaign staffers have tried to tone down. You co-sponsored Medicare for All and the Green New Deal. Do you still support these multi-trillion-dollar takeovers of the American economy? Really good. Question 4 addresses the chaotic situation at the border. Chaos that has only been exacerbated by her oversight of the border. So you talk a lot about freedom. What about the freedoms of Laken Riley, Rachel Morin, and Jocelyn Nungari? These women were killed by illegal aliens who were let into the country under your watch. What are you going to do about that? President Trump didn't need a border bill to secure the border. Why do you support executive actions like stopping construction of the border wall? Although I think she flip-flopped on that.
Kind of, yeah.
And halting deportations.
At least her people claims that she has.
Number 6, Trump was the first president in decades to start no new wars. Under your watch, wars are popping up in Europe and the Middle East. Why is that? Question 7, address the apparent decline of Biden and asks why Harris, like so many others, helped hide that decline from the American people. Question 8 and 9 dealt with law enforcement. Her prior support for the defund police movement and the end of cash bail, both of which have led to increases in crime where these policies have been actively pursued on a local level. And the final question the Trump campaign thinks should be asked, why should the American people believe you suddenly don't support nearly everything you stood for just 4 years ago?
Right.
It's all great.
It is all great.
That would be an interesting interview.
Yes, it would. Now, I saw where the Babylon Bee released...
I love this.
Released questions that...
hard-hitting.
Well, they were leaked questions.
Yeah.
The first one was, if you were one of the characters from Friends, who would you be?
That's a tough one. That's a tough one, because who do you go with? I mean, Monica?
Chandler.
Chandler? Really? Okay.
Yeah, okay. You're like so amazing. Oh, sorry. I guess that wasn't a question, but it's so true.
I love the question. Are you Team Edward or Team Jacob from
Edward.
Twilight?
Yeah,
I'm Team Edward. Too,
Yes.
for sure.
Thank
For sure.
you.
Jeffy, Edward or Jacob?
fine.
Come on, you got to go Edward. You have to.
You have to. It makes no sense.
And by the way, I don't want to. Well, yes, I do. I'm going to ruin it for you. Edward wins out in the end.
What?
So it doesn't matter what team you're on. Team Edward wins.
Is the winner.
Yeah.
What are you doing right now? What?
I do love, though. You're like so amazing. Oh, sorry, that wasn't a question, but it's so true. Where did you come up with your brilliant idea to build a border wall?
Tremendous.
Number 5. What do you think about feminism? Do you like it? Number 6. Is it difficult being a woman in politics? Same question for you, Vice President Harris. That's so good.
That's funny.
See,
that's
that's
funny.
directed actually toward Tampon Tim.
Oh,
But yeah, they wanted an answer from her as well.
that's the joke.
Number 7. Are you brat or are you brat? It's a trick question. She's obviously brat.
Always.
Always. Your opponent is basically Hitler. Can you tell us why that's bad? Number 9. Would you rather fight 10 duck-sized Trumps or one Trump-sized duck?
Oh, yeah.
Apparently, they're leaning Trump-sized duck right now. And number 10, can we please hear that adorable laugh again?
Again, they claim these are the leaked questions from CNN.
Well, I'm sure they are. But now that they've been leaked, will they be embarrassed to ask them?
Maybe.
I don't know. They might.
It's possible.
But yeah, the Babylon Bee doing some great journalism there to
Investigative reporting.
to find that leak and get it out there to the American public. So good. It's about that bad.
Kind of is.
You
Yes,
know,
it is.
It's getting tougher, and we've discussed this many times. It's tougher and tougher to do parody because life is weirder than the parody you're trying to do.
Oh, my gosh. No kidding.
Man.
Everything is upside down.
Yes.
Everything is upside down.
Yep, it sure is. All right. I want you to imagine for a moment that you're about to make the biggest financial decision of your life. Buying a home or selling a home. Or maybe you're doing both because you're relocating. You need somebody by your side who really knows what they're doing, who know what buyers are looking for, who can help you find the right neighborhoods, the right area that's not too far from work so you don't have a massive commute. All of those things factor into it. And somebody who can give you great advice on what to do with your home or what not to do as you're trying to get it ready to sell. What will you get your money back from and what won't you? What will be a waste of your time and money? That's where great realtors come in, and that's what we have at Real Estate Agents I Trust. This is a company Glenn started about 10 years ago or so, and he did it because he had such a bad experience with realtors. These are fans of the show. You're going to have a lot in common with them when you're driving around town, and you just want to get along. You want to be able to trust your realtor. Real Estate Agents I Trust. The name says it all. realestateagentsitrust.com.
This is Pat Gray Unleashed.
Matt Walsh wrote a good piece about how not long ago being a flip-flopper was considered a bad thing politically. And it was. You remember that? I mean, she has flip-flopped on everything, and it doesn't seem to be a problem with the media at all. I mean, it cost John Kerry the campaign in 2004.
It sure did. He fought that. I mean, he's still fighting it. Right?
Yeah.
That he voted for it before.
Right. You remember that? I actually voted for it before I voted against it. Yeah. And that's a problem. You're bragging about it?
Yeah.
He's bragging about it. The rest of us are shocked.
That's because
come on.
You know, in the Beltline, that's a good thing.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the way they all cover themselves.
But now doesn't seem to be an issue 20 years later. So here's a flashback about Kamala calling the wall a vanity project.
He is now holding the American people hostage over a vanity project that he calls a wall.
Okay.
Oh.
Yeah. It's a vanity project.
That's interesting.
Let's flash back to 2019, a little more recently. And here she says it's irresponsible to not grant mass amnesty.
Here's the thing, it's not only about a goal. There's no path right now for undocumented immigrants.
Oh, no.
Towards
Don't
citizenship.
say that.
There's no path.
There's no path.
So we have 11, 12 million people. There's an argument
11,
about
12.
which. Go with 11.
Go with
11
30.
million people.
How about that?
For which there's no real path. So it is irresponsible to not come up with a plan.
The excitement in that crowd behind her
they're on fire.
You could feel it.
Yeah.
You could feel it. I mean, I don't know if you talk about the token, but I mean, I was looking at this picture. They got one black guy stuck in there. He didn't look happy. This is one black guy stuck in the middle.
Would you be happy if you were stuck at a word salad convention?
No, I would not.
No,
I would not.
I wouldn't either. This also from 2019, where she claims Trump created a fictional border crisis.
We have a president of the United States who has created a fiction about a crisis at the border, and he has held up the United States government and its workers around his vanity project called a wall.
Oh, she was on that. Yeah, that was her thing then.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Vanity project was her big.
Yeah.
She loved that. Ooh, you really stumbled onto something there.
Yeah.
A vanity project. Wow, that's powerful. What a burn that is, Kamala. And then here's where she says she's not going to vote for the wall.
Let me be very clear. I'm not going to vote for a wall under any circumstances, and I do support border security. And if we want to talk about that, let's do that.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Well, and now she completely flipped on that. Now she's up for building a border wall. Is that your vanity project then? fascinating.
It is fascinating, and that's what that town hall was when she was a senator and running for president. Prior to her dropping out and not getting a vote. Has she gotten a vote since then?
Let me count them up. Carry the one. No, 0 votes.
Okay.
0 votes since that time.
Weird.
Yeah, 0 votes in 2020. 0 votes in 2024. And yet she's the Democrat nominee. That is democracy in action.
And
right there. That's why they love it so much.
And the guy that got the most votes ever.
Yes, he's out.
We pushed him out.
Yeah, we pushed him out. Yeah, that was a coup. We committed a coup, but don't call it that.
No,
it's a bloodless coup.
Mean, I'm still supposed to believe that he got the most votes ever.
Well, 81 million. Yeah.
Okay.
That's the most votes ever.
Okay.
Legitimate
votes.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. Yeah. What are you saying? Oh my gosh! You're not committing a felony here, are you?
Yep. He sure is.
I'm just asking.
Jeff Fisher is committing a felony at this very moment by insinuating that the vote was not entirely on the up and up and accurate.
Wow.
Where are the law enforcement authorities right now?
I'm sure they'll be around.
How dare you? How dare you even insinuate it?
Well, I don't know if you want to call law enforcement because Steve Baker's still out.
That's true.
That's a walking felon.
That's true. Yeah.
So
and a walking menace to society.
Yes.
I live in fear every day that man's not behind bars.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay. And speaking of her flip-flops, the fracking is another big one.
She flipped on that.
Oh my gosh! Now she's all about fracking. Fracking's great. What do you mean fracking? What? I've always loved fracking. Here's a montage of Kamala and her stance on fracking.
I am committed to passing a Green New Deal, creating clean jobs, and finally putting an end to fracking once and for all.
There's no question I'm in favor of banning fracking.
There's no question.
Yeah.
There's no question she's in favor of it.
Oh,
and
yeah.
What we can do on day one around public lands, right?
Right.
And
right.
And then there has to be legislation. But yes, and this is something I've taken on in California. I have a history of working on this issue.
Kamala Harris is inspiring and very capable. She's prepared to be commander-in-chief.
Yeah, oh man. Isn't she?
So she made it pretty clear that she's all about banning fracking.
Absolutely. She has a history of working against fracking.
Yeah, she did it in California. So,
and she signed. It was her signature that pushed the Green New Deal over.
Yes. And again, it used to mean something. That now she's against all that. Apparently, she says she is. And why would you be concerned about somebody who flip-flops all the time? Well, because you can't trust them.
Correct.
You don't know what she really believes. We have no idea. Well, we do. Yes, we do. But if you're to go by what she said then and what she says now, you'd be like, well, I'm a little confused, but now she says she's for fracking, so I guess she's for it. It's pretty amazing to watch. Pretty amazing. And the mainstream media allows it, so she just keeps doing it. The lies that they continue to tell, the changing positions, and she won't even articulate her positions right now.
No. We'll see if she articulates anything with the interview tonight with
I bet she doesn't.
On CNN with Coach.
Yeah. They know they can't win if they articulate their positions. The American people aren't for any of that. I mean, and she is so radical and so extreme on policies. Like the thing that she's proposing with the tax on unrealized gains.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Wait, I have to pay a tax on money I don't even have? Huh. How do you make that case? Do you know, between the corporate tax rate increase she's proposing, the capital gains, the unrealized gains, and the fact that we have sales taxes in almost every state, except 9, I think, it would give us the highest tax rate on the face of the earth. Highest in the world on corporations. Is that what we want in the United States of America?
Yes, so.
Is that the position you're going to be able to defend and win with in November? It used to be that Democrats, while they were in favor of tax increases, they'd never admit that to you. They'd never say it. Yeah, when I get into office, first thing I'm going to do is raise your taxes.
Raise your taxes.
That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to make sure you have less money from the day I take office on. Okay?
Our group at CNBC, the Squawk Box, Joe Kernan, and they went after one of Kamala's economic advisors.
They did.
Again, I mean, these
They've done
advisors
it
keep
several
going on
times.
CNBC.
Yeah.
And they take the hit because the Squawk Box is not taking it.
Do we have that clip?
I would hope so.
I believe we do.
Unrealized gains, taxing unrealized gains just doesn't seem fair in any sense of the word.
Thank you.
In the very
Can I
best
make a quick
sense,
point on that?
in the
Because,
very
look,
best sense, if you are taxing unrealized gains, all you're doing is pulling forward the taxes that would be paid later when someone actually sells the stock.
Yes.
I think that this reaction to unrealized gains is a little funny, given that I bet that the majority of people watching right now are already paying a tax on unrealized gains. It's called a property tax.
Get out of here!
It's a use tax.
When the value of your home goes up, you pay higher taxes even if you don't sell your home.
Your value of your home never moves the way stock moves, the way
Sure
something
is.
else
It's not the
moves.
same.
So it's also property tax is a use
Love
tax.
it. Pause it for a sec. This is how we would react to that.
I know. That's not the answer.
That is fantastic. He's so frustrated with the garbage spilling out of these people's faces that he can't hide it. He just can't even hide it.
That's just fine. I can't.
I can't. It's tiring. This is what you go to every time. Property tax. So great. And by the way, I have a problem with property taxes too.
Thank you.
This is one of the many reasons we sold our home. I'm tired of paying that kind of money every year. It's ridiculous. Ridiculous. And the way we did it with our property tax, we didn't include it in the...
Oh, so you got the hit.
Yeah, so we took the hit
That's
at the
always
end of the year
special.
every year. Oh, yeah. So it piled up all year, and then it's like, why did we do it this way? Why do we do this? This is not a good idea.
No, it is not.
But anyway, this is what they go to, and that's what he said. This is your go-to excuse. Property tax, same thing. All right, let him finish.
You're paying for the schools. You're paying for emergency services. Those are things that make absolute sense.
And sure, and all the revenue that comes in from these unrealized gains taxes and the other taxes in the Harris plan are going to go to creating what she calls more opportunity. It's to make sure that every newborn born in this country gets $6,000
using the services.
Oh my gosh.
Well, look,
okay,
you're
pause
arguing
it.
that this
He's
is some sort
speaking without actually saying the words. Redistribution of wealth.
Yes, yeah.
So I'm going to take it from you, and I'm going to give it to newborns. I'm going to give them $6,000 just for being born. Wait, what? Why? Why? Look, if I want to contribute in a charitable way, I'll do that. I'll take care of that, and I'll do it a hell of a lot better than the government will. I guarantee you that. No matter where I put the money, it'll be better than the government can spend it. That's for sure. So you're going to take my money and you're going to give it to newborns just because they were born?
Just because.
That's bizarre. And it's redistribution of wealth. It is a tenet of communism. Is that what we want? More tenets of communism? I don't. Maybe I'm alone on that.
You're not.
No, I'm not?
No.
Jeffy's
not
with me.
alone.
Jeffy and I are together.
You are not alone. I do not want one single tenet of communism.
Yeah, me neither. We should go over the communist goals because there's a whole bunch of tenets in there that are not fun, and we're subscribing to all of them. I think every single one of them has been accomplished. But here's the rest of what they had to say on CNBC.
You're arguing that this is some sort of foreign concept that's completely unknown in the U.S. tax code.
It's probably unconstitutional. It's probably, and it was never in anyone's intent.
Right. It's not income. It's not an income
anyone's.
tax.
And it's going to the founders here.
Probably.
Good for you. Good.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not going to say my lifetime.
I wouldn't say that.
Not in Becky's lifetime.
That's great stuff. That's great stuff. Thank you for being outraged.
No kidding.
Yes.
On our
kidding.
behalf.
That was awesome.
That was really good. Because they don't get enough of that. They won't go to any place that's not friendly territory.
I know they keep going on the CNBC. I like that they feel like that's friendly territory. I'm glad that it's turning into not being.
It's not, because it's a financial channel,
right?
And they're talking finances here, and it doesn't make any sense. As I said from the very beginning, it just doesn't make sense.
Right.
More coming up.
Pat Gray Unleashed.
Yeah. Welcome. Thanks for being with us. Got some tweets here. Chicken bucket tweets. So, how's your apocalypse going so far? Really well, thank you. It's fun. It's just fun. Zach Casey Anderson. Jeffy has a chance now for the Secret Service. Yeah,
nice.
we've proven that.
Nice.
We've proven that. Groundhog Baby. Joe is showing his wife all she'll have when he's gone. She really needs to know.
That's possible.
Yeah.
That's definitely possible. No question about that.
That's where they're handing the document. That's the other picture.
Yeah, that's the other picture.
On the beach.
Showing the document.
Yeah, there it
right
is.
There.
Yep.
Yeah,
I'm surprised nobody zoomed in on that. Showed us the close-up, because I'd like to see what they're looking at.
I would like to see that as well.
Mindy XX tweets, are those turtles on Joe's swim trunks?
Yeah, that's what
Stupid turtles.
They brought up the picture. I can't tell. Are they turtles?
I don't know.
I mean, those are
Don't
beautiful.
put straws up your noses, though, if they are.
They're beautiful shorts.
Good chance to remind them that turtles are stupid.
If turtles weren't so stupid, they wouldn't put straws in their noses.
They are turtles. That's awesome.
When I see a straw, I put it in my mouth. Straws don't belong there, but the turtles don't know why. So maybe they all deserve to die.
Lovely.
Classic.
Isn't that beautiful? Yeah, we haven't done that in a while. Missed it.
Thank you, Joe Biden.
Mm-hmm. Mrs. Boots cackles and creepy. Cannot think of them any other way now.
Oh, well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Bulldog Mama, with the way Kamala's policies are changing, by the time Election Day rolls around, our options will be President Trump out, Trump in, President Trump out, Trump in address? Can you read that better than I just did?
Let's not be that first frog.
Make sense out of it?
The way Kamala's policies are changing,
by the time Election
Day rolls around, our options will be President Trump out, Trump in address.
Okay.
I mean, what's your problem with that?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Even I got that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, there you go. I had a stroke the other day, if you remember correctly.
Oh, you're right.
I thought you had a drink of water, though, and you were fine.
You have to drink water. Remember, when
That's
you
right.
get like this, drink water, and it should kick you back up.
Yeah, I'm fine now. I'm fine. I was dehydrated. Not now. Peekapool, the deep fake, cheap fake Pokemon. There's currently no path for people who enter your house uninvited to establish your house as their residence. And that's immoral.
Thank you.
Thank you. It's a perfect analogy. That's what it's like.
Yep.
I mean, this country is our home. And so they're just coming in and taking over our home.
Yep.
It's exactly what's going on. And by the way, the 11 million thing is so ridiculous. As we've mentioned many times, it was 11 million in 2001.
Right.
And it was probably much more than that back then.
Sure.
It's certainly 3 or 4 times that number now. We had the 10 million since Biden took over. 10 million.
At least. I mean, that number is definitely not inflated.
Right.
That's a low ball.
Yeah, it is. It is. That's conservative. Dirty Mule. That room Kamala was speaking to represents all the people who wanted her to be president a month ago. And wow, the enthusiasm is oozing out of that crowd.
You could tell, man, the excitement.
You can. And from Cluster Fun, thanks for ruining Twilight for me.
Right?
Sorry, I know you've only had 15 years to watch those movies. That's not enough time. It's not enough time. Yeah, you did the right thing, Jeffy. I spoke out of school, so dang it. Shouldn't have done that. Should we get into a Fat Five? Do you have one available?
Let's
All right.
Congratulations are in order. Warren Buffett's Berkshire Hathaway reached $1 trillion market capitalization.
The only non-tech company to do that.
Yeah, that's correct. And they give the list here. The other $1 trillion clubs: Apple, Nvidia, Microsoft, Alphabet, Amazon, and Meta. I don't know that Amazon's still on that list. I think Amazon is under $1 trillion now.
Really?
I
would think they'd be going nothing but up.
I thought so too, but I don't think so. And this obviously happened yesterday, so that was 2 days. He turns 94 tomorrow, August 30th.
It's really something.
The Oracle of Omaha, Warren
fat piece of crap Buffett.
Turns 94. What a life! What a life. And things are going well for Warren.
Fat piece of crap.
Buffett. Sales of dinner sausage increased for one manufacturer surveyed by the Dallas Fed, which the meat purveyor said goes hand in hand with a weaker economy. Why, you ask?
Why?
Sausages are cheaper substitute for higher-priced proteins that people can buy to stretch their budgets. The media observation published this week aligns with the more mundane reports from retailers that consumers are increasingly bargain hunting amid economic shakiness. Heightened appetites for sausages is an economic indicator that we have a weaker economy. It's hardly the only indicator people have noted over the years. We've got the famous, they said, aside from the famous Big Mac and lipstick indexes, I would throw those to the side, but okay. They list declining men's underwear sales could spell economic trouble, as many men apparently opt to wear tattered boxers to save. In the past, the level of grittiness in Marine Corps ads has increased along with the economic challenges since recruitment is easier in tough times. A rise in unclaimed corpses in morgues indicate a morbidly bad economy in which people seek to avoid a costly funeral for their loved ones.
My gosh. I've never heard that one before. People just leave their dead behind.
They're already dead. Let the state pay for it. That's awesome.
That's weird.
That's awesome.
That's weird.
And they don't mention in this story, which is a little disheartening, the Jeff Fisher chewing the fat economic indicator.
Which is?
When you start to see more cars broken down along the roadways, times are getting tough.
Okay.
People don't have the money for the regular upkeep. So many of the experts try and write off the indicators by saying, the unorthodox indicators would indicate desperation among analysts, since more traditional economic red flags like unemployment upticks, government bond prices, and even GDP declines have pointed to a recession that hasn't materialized. Hasn't it, though?
Okay.
Could
have fooled me.
All right. Yesterday, we mentioned North Korea opening up for tourists. North Korea will allow foreign visitors into the city of Samajong beginning in December. North Korea is going to reopen the country to tourists. They sealed their borders 5 years ago because of the COVID-19 pandemic. So all the tourism groups expect that Pyongyang will broaden the areas that visitors can go to in the future. But this particular place in Samajong is near Mount Pektu, that's tied to the origin of the ruling Kim family. And it was a popular destination for Chinese visitors to come across, since that's a shared border there at Pektu. So I'm guessing no South Koreans are going to be allowed in. Do you know that they have sent thousands, I thought it was only hundreds, but thousands of poop balloons into South Korea since May? And I know they aren't all poop balloons. Sometimes the bags of trash, they're just trash and manure. But for our purposes, they're poop balloons. Now that picture tells you what different balloons that they're sending. Sometimes they double it up because of the weight. And other times they have an electronic cutoff, so it drops the bag on the pavement instead of just waiting for it to hit the ground. So after, the first wave, May 28th and 29th, this is the map of where they've all hit, and predominantly around the capital. The first wave, May 28th, 29th, and June 1st and 2nd, they launched 3,500 balloons. After a week, June 8th and 9th, another 330 poop balloons. Then the fourth wave, 310 balloons. Then June 24th and 25th, the fifth wave, 350 poop balloons. Then a sixth wave on the 10th with 250 balloons. How about a seventh wave? Do I hear that? Yes. June 26th and 27th, 180 poop balloons. Is that all, you ask?
Is that all?
Nope. It is not, Pat. July 18th to the 21st, 8th and 9th waves, 700 poop balloons. July 24th, 10th wave, 500 poop balloons. Do I hear 11 waves? Yes. August 10th and 11th, 240 poop balloons. Now, they found 3,359 places nationwide between May 28th and July 25th, according to police data. The majority of those fell in the capital, and you saw the map that showed you where a majority of those located. 2,000 locations were documented, according to the data. And most of the landing sites were all around the capital. Kim Jo-young, the sister of North Korean leader Kim Jong-un, the very powerful ruling party official, has described the balloons as gifts of sincerity for South Koreans.
Gifts.
I'm sure that's exactly how South Korea looks at it.
I'm sure they do. Yeah, I'm sure.
So now,
that's really nice.
How bad do you want to visit North Korea?
Real bad.
Or even South Korea, for that matter.
Oh, you kidding me?
I mean,
are you kidding me?
Red balloons floating in the summer sky.
Yeah.
I know. That's all you think of.
It's not red balloons anymore, though. It's 99 poop balloons.
Poop balloons.
In fact, more than 99.
Yes, it is.
You said it's 3,500 the first time?
The first wave was 3,500.
So they ran out of balloons after that because it's been considerably less than that.
Right.
Huh.
It's incredible.
Uh-huh.
I don't know what they're hoping to prove. Well, I do know what they're hoping to prove. They're hoping to let South Korea know that they appreciate them and they're giving them gifts of sincerity. So
that's really a nice gesture. It's just a
nice
friendly
gesture.
little gesture. Oh, good for them. So, that's wonderful.
Look up in South Korea, man. If you have been attacked in Osaka Bay, Japan, you are not alone. Hashtag dolphintude or fintude, whatever works. Apparently a sexually frustrated dolphin is accused of sexually assaulting and injuring 45 people in Osaka Bay, Japan, and possibly more. I mean, they don't know. Some people may have been too embarrassed to come forward. The bottlenose dolphin is accused of going on a multi-year rampage, sexually assaulting beachgoers in this Osaka Bay, which is about 200 miles west of Tokyo. The dolphin will reportedly bite people and rub its parts on them if they get close. Dolphins, when they're mating, they can be very wild, said a marine researcher. Yeah, thanks. Researchers don't have a definitive proof that the attacks are from the same dolphin, so we're just saying, yeah, that's him. That's the dolphin. But they agree it's probably the same dolphin because the wounds on the tail fin are similar to those of the dolphins seen off the coast last year. So they're blaming the same dolphin. So, I mean, they show a picture here of people being attacked.
So that's the perpetrator right there.
That is the perpetrator. That is the perpetrator.
Be on the lookout for that guy. Right there. Right there.
So don't be embarrassed.
That's his mugshot.
Don't be embarrassed if you've been dolphin-tued or fin-tued or whatever. You're not alone.
No.
That's what needs to happen. What are we doing? Just end this dolphin's life. Humans first. Today's Two in the Fat segment brought to you by Keksi Cookies, simply the best cookies. Keksi.com, KEKSI.com, and get your orders in, okay? Because
last week,
cookies leaving.
Last couple days.
There's going to be new cookies available.
Yes.
I mean, cookies aren't going away.
No.
Just some special flavors are going away.
Yeah, the coffee cake cookie goes away for a while. And so does the salted caramel and a few others. Yeah. So if you want to get those, you got to order today or tomorrow.
Lemon raspberry.
Lemon raspberries.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, dang it.
Oh, yeah.
Hate to see that. But that's the way it goes.
Okay.
KEKSI, Keksi.com.
It's football season, and along with football means new TV commercials. This one with retired former head coach of the Alabama Crimson Tide, Nick Saban, for Verbo is awesome.
Oh, really? All right. And it goes a little something like this.
Check-in time is 3.
It's 2:55.
I know.
Is this what he's doing now?
Have a seat. As your host, I have some rules. First, no showers longer than 5 minutes. This isn't a spa. No streaming, only cable television.
Any games for the kids?
No games, no fun. The kids aren't even allowed in the house. That's the rule.
The rule.
There's a great barbecue outside, but don't touch that. How'd you guys get inside? 2 flush maximum per bathroom visit.
Yes, Coach.
You guys got about 10 minutes because this is daddy time in the tub.
Meanwhile, at a Verbo, when other vacation rentals make you share your turf with a
Verbo
host,
does not.
try one you have
Awesome.
all to
That is
yourself.
outstanding.
That's good.
That's really good. And it's nice to see Nick playing along with who he is. That's really good.
That's fun.
He's spending a bunch of time on McAfee, so he's learning how to joke around a little bit. Please subscribe to my daily show, Chewing the Fat, available wherever you listen to your podcast. Rate and review where possible, Chewing the Fat with Jeff Fisher. The 2-time Paris Olympics bronze medalist from the pommel horse guy, Stephen Nodorsik, is going to appear on season 33 of Dancing with the Stars. Yep, season 33 of Dancing with the Stars.
But they've had is that a situation where they have like 2 a year, right? They have 2 seasons in the same year. Yeah, because it's not been on for 33 years.
But he said he wants to bring some of that gymnastics, maybe a backflip or a handstand. Hashtag DWTS, baby. So beginning September 17th on ABC and Disney Plus. Can't wait for that. Can't wait for that.
Such a big fan of Dancing with the Stars. So good.
I mean,
I've watched a total of no minutes of that.
Come on,
no
you
minutes.
Have to.
Really?
Everybody's
No
caught.
minutes?
Everybody's
No.
caught some.
I may
Dancing
have
with
seen
the
30
Stars.
seconds of it, but I've never seen. I'll bet a combined 1 minute of Dancing with the Stars.
One reason why I watch it is because Sean Spicer was on it. I want to see how well he did.
And how well did he do?
He did really good.
Did he? Did he win?
No.
Well, then he didn't do that well, did he?
No, he did not.
No.
He lasted longer than I thought he was going to last.
Okay.
That was he got some pity votes.
He sure
That
did.
was-
Yes, he did.
He got some
Was he
pity votes.
terrible, actually?
Yeah.
Was
Yes.
he was
sweating the entire time.
Ew.
Sweating hardcore.
That's not good.
I mean, that happens.
Yeah,
that happens to the best of us.
Yeah. Does
It does.
it?
It does happen to the best of us.
Huh.
Especially
You know a
out
little
there
something
dancing.
about sweating.
I do. And let me tell you, you're out on the dance floor. Once it starts, it's not stopping.
Oh, can I quote you on
Yes,
that,
you can.
please?
Yes, you can.
Okay.
That's pretty much true anywhere, anytime. When the sweating kicks in,
Yeah.
no, it's going to take a while to stop it.
Okay. We've actually witnessed that
Yes,
a few
we have.
times. We were,
Yes, we have.
in fact, it was so bad once on the Pat and Stu show that we were concerned for.
Oh, yeah.
I was about to call emergency services.
That's my favorite line from what's her name that used to produce for Glenn? Shoot!
Tiffany?
Tiffany.
Yeah.
Tiffany was here, and she ran and got me a bottle of Sprite or Verner's from the 7-Eleven.
Mm-hmm.
I was sitting in that room there where Chris is at now. She comes in and throws the bottle on the desk. Don't die.
We were worried that you may.
That's how
you
worried.
may
I mean,
die from
Sweating?
From sweating.
Yeah.
Yes.
They were
We thought he
concerned.
was going to sweat
They
to
were
death that day.
They were concerned.
All right, more
Thank you
coming
for
up.
that.
Hang on.
Pat Gray Unleashed.
Pat Gray is here on the Blaze Radio Network.
With some tweets for you. Developing my thing. Tweets. President Trump or Trump in a dress? It's a play on the fact she's stealing his policies. Come on, guys. That didn't hit me because we were talking about taxes. She's certainly not duplicating him on taxes. Yes, there are a couple of things, but okay. I got it. Good point. Yeah, the wall.
Some of us guys got it, okay?
The wall.
Doesn't mean that it was funny.
Okay, but their wall. And then there was, what's the other one?
Fracking.
Fracking. Okay, yes. Fracking. The wall.
And then there's fracking.
And then there's the wall. No, there was something else. There
Trump
was
in a dress,
EVs,
too,
right?
there.
The
Wasn't
what?
it EVs?
Yeah,
EV
EVs.
mandates, yeah.
Okay, there are a
Mandates.
few things.
Yeah.
She is.
Oh,
in a
no
dress.
tax on tips.
No tax on tips.
That's
the
right.
most
Yeah, that was the
obvious
big
one.
Yeah, that was the first one.
Yeah. Seymour Posts tweets, no. Twilight was pre-ruined.
Oh,
no.
no way.
No, come on.
No way.
You're saying that was not a good show or book from the beginning?
Come on.
I think Stephanie Meyer would take exception
She's
to
one of
that.
your people.
She's one of my people. Yeah, she is. BYU graduate. And brilliant author, obviously.
Well, obviously.
I mean, that goes without saying. The sniper BBB property taxes are worse than capital gains taxes. Yes, property taxes, and depending on the state where you live, holy cow. Because we don't have income tax in this
sick
state.
of hearing that about Texas.
I know.
I'm so sick of we didn't have any income tax. We don't have any income tax. Everything else is $1 million. We don't have any income tax.
I know. They make up for it. They more than make up for it.
They sure do.
You got to pay your bills.
And it hurts. It hurts. Pace Shock tweets, a bit ironic, isn't it? Our country was founded due to unfair taxation levied on people. And now we have a candidate who wants to raise taxes to the highest level in the world, and people will vote for her? It is ironic.
It is. It is.
It's incredible.
I mean, what they...
Just based on that, should eliminate her.
Absolutely. And what they were fighting against when this country was founded is, I mean, that's
it's a joke. I mean, we would love it. A few excise taxes? Okay. All right.
We're good.
Knock yourself out.
We're good. Matter of fact, let me help you unload that tea.
Wait, you're gonna tax paper? Okay, now we're talking about going to war.
Right.
It's incredible, really.
It is.
It's incredible. I mean, they didn't even consider an income tax
where
they would steal your money out of your check every week, every month, every year. That would have been inconceivable.
Land.
Right.
This is my land.
Yeah.
That I already purchased.
Man, we have been conditioned.
We sure have.
Carol Remarks tweets that new commie tax money will go to child mutilations under a Harris-Walz administration.
Oh, yeah. Tampon Tim will see to that.
Kara 3022, illegals invading your country and squatters invading your home. Anyone else see the similarities? Oh, yes. Oh, yeah. Weird psy-op plant. Wait a minute. Loading garbage into balloons and dropping them over my neighbors is an option?
See, that's what I thought, too. Originally, when this first started going on, around that first wave, that what I thought was, I didn't realize it was as many as 3,500. I was thinking that they were actually putting, manure and trash in the balloons.
Yeah,
but they're not. The balloons are carrying the trash and the manure. But if you want to put, manure in your balloon and ship it over to your neighbors, you go ahead.
Sure, they love that. We've got some new poll numbers that just came out. This is from Interactive Polls, and it is a mixed bag, if you will. These are the big states in question. And in Arizona, Trump leads by 3. Trump 50, Harris 47, according to this latest poll. In Georgia, 49-48, Kamala Harris. She's up by 1 there, supposedly. In Michigan, she's up by 3, 50-47. In Nevada, she's up by 1. Really? In all of these battleground states, except one, she leads? Well, no. Pennsylvania, they're tied, supposedly, at 48. And in Wisconsin, Trump leads by 1, 49-48.
Come on.
I know. It's hard to believe.
It's very hard to believe. Very. I mean, I guess you can make the argument that Trump is at his peak, right? So you're hoping that, and so
she comes back to earth.
So is she.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
and that they will level off. She will level off by going.
The more likely
down.
Scenario would be that her support would calm down by November.
Right.
He'll stay where he is, and she goes backward, which would be great. But you got Democrats, because they love democracy so much, they're trying to keep a bunch of people off the ballots in all these states.
Well, are they, though?
Yeah. They're trying to get the Green Party off, and they've already succeeded in getting some off the ballot.
Right? Getting the
West was removed in one of the states.
But they won't remove RFK.
All right.
They love him so much.
Yeah, they do.
They won't remove him.
Yeah.
Jeez. And I think these polls, and I don't know what polls to trust, but these are of likely voters. So does that mean that some aren't going to vote? They're just likely to vote? Okay. Have you ever been polled? Ever?
A long time ago.
Really?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Okay.
I don't know if it was about politics, though. I can't remember, but I do remember answering a poll on the phone. Back when, phones
you had a
were
telephone
answered.
In the house?
Yes.
Yeah.
Back in those days. So it's been a long time.
I have too. I remember I answered the phone at my parents' house in Florida, and it was a Polster. But then they...
Did you take it?
No.
Oh, I just said no? No,
I was
thanks.
like, we're eating dinner, and I work for a radio station. Oh, never mind, click.
Yeah. Yeah, if they find out you're in media, they don't want to.
Never mind, click.
Yeah.
Let me eat! Yeah.
I am a voter, right? I am a voter, so...
I know, but it was dinner time.
Yeah, okay. I love this nonsense from Ben Stiller. Ben Stiller is out there stumping for Kamala.
Unbelievable.
This is incredible. Listen to this ad.
Good. Do you mind answering just a quick question why you came?
Or not
what
an
you
ad,
like
but
about
an
Harris'
interview.
platform?
Just very excited about
Just very excited.
And all the energy and excitement that's around this movement right now. So that's why I'm here, because it's time for change, and it seems like it's happening.
It's still be able to sustain
time
post-convention?
Change?
You think the race is going to be close?
It's going to be close, but everybody's motivated to work and make it happen.
Trying to get them out of there. Come on, let's go.
She and Tim Walz are just incredible candidates.
Then it's got a schedule to keep. Let's go. Okay.
Wow, these people prove every time they open their mouth how stupid they are. Remember
we played this stupid white guys for white comedy comedians or white so-and-so's for Kamala, right? And he was saying that he said that all Jewish comedians wanted to be black.
Yes.
Okay.
So he's part of the white dudes for Kamala and comedians for Kamala.
And he wants change from the person who's been in office for almost 4 years.
Still
you
in office.
moron. How is that change? No, change would be going to Trump. It's incredible. Are you a thinking adult? Obviously not.
No, obviously
not. An adult, just not a thinking one. So good for you, Ben Stiller. It does show you, though, there was a reason for the investigation into these Hollywood idiots back in the 50s and 60s. They were communists, and they've given birth to communists, and those communists gave birth to more communists.
Yes.
So, congratulations. This is what we now have.
And then we continue on with Chris Mowrey, who is, I guess, some kind of DNC shill, that more disinformation. So
we are facing Donald Trump, who is a convicted felon found liable for sexual abuse, liable for defamation. He tried to overturn an election he didn't win with evidence he didn't win it. I'm from Georgia. There was a fake electors plot. He sent fake electors to try to certify that Georgia went to him when it didn't. He had the evidence that he lost. He didn't care. They had fake documents trying to defraud the United States government. He tried to pressure Department of Justice officials in the Oval Office to overturn the election. I don't care if you're a Republican. I don't care if you're a Democrat. He cares more about himself than he does the American people. If he cared about the American people, he would respect the will of the American people. That's all you need to know. I don't care if you're a conservative at heart. This is a man who doesn't care about anything but his own self-interest.
Wow. Oh, but
that's why
Kamala is altruistic. She's for the betterment of mankind.
That's why we have to.
These people are good. Yeah, it's so hard to listen to their ranting and raving, isn't it? They're just lunatics.
Will Kamala not take the paycheck like Donald Trump? I mean, we all seem to forget that Don didn't take any money.
Chris Mowrey took the money for that. Remember, he gets paid by the DNC to do those videos.
Oh, there you go.
So.
Oh, this is the guy with Harry.
This is the guy that
Harry and
kisses
Chris.
his
This is the
bicep.
one that, the bicep guy.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, but he's not in it for himself.
No, he's not in it for himself.
No,
pal.
he's in it for the American people.
Yes, in it for
great.
the American people. Yes.
How did they find these two lunatics? Oh, that's great. That's great. And Harry just admitted he wasn't even born here. The guy hasn't lived here except from high school on.
High school on.
He's only been here a short time.
Right.
He just started college, I think he said.
Wow. All right. Good. Also, there's a new anti-Kamala ad with the housing index. Check this out.
We should be doing everything we can to make it more affordable to buy a home.
Yeah.
A just-released housing index reveals just how rough the market is, especially for first-time home buyers. It showed home prices for the nation's top 20 metro areas rose 5.4% from June of last year to June of this year, a record jump for that month.
The average home buyer needs to make over $110,000 to afford the average home. Home buyers only needed to make $76,000 back in 2020.
Mortgage rates are now
That's a
at
big
their
difference.
highest level in 21 years.
86% of U.S. renters would like to buy, but they can't. That really speaks to a lot of pessimism here about the American dream, how it feels like it's out of reach. Home ownership remains the ticket to wealth generation. So this is just widening the gap between the haves and the have-nots.
She stands there and says on day one, she's going to tackle the housing affordability crisis in our country.
But day one for Kamala was 3.5 years ago.
What the hell have you been doing for all that time?
Yeah. Yep. Dangerously liberal.
Yes.
Trump fans, 2024. That's awesome. And true.
And true.
You can't defend her record.
And
It's
true.
impossible.
Which is why they're not.
Yeah, that's why they're not talking policy at all.
Yeah.
Because they know they're in this situation. Somehow, the American people understand how bad it is right now, and somehow she has to divorce herself from any of that and to make it like, okay, it's going to be great when I get in there. You're already in there.
Yeah.
It should be impossible to overcome that. It really should.
When we talk about her reaching her peak, Kamala reaching her peak and hopefully, leveling off and going back down, that's what troubles me is that these polls continue to show how close everything is, because we see montages like this one of, black women are fed up and not voting for Kamala Harris.
My name is Jasmine Woodson. Hi, my name is Silla.
I'm Karen Watson. I'm Yolanda Johnson from Georgia.
This is BB Diamond from New York City.
I'm Dana Galen, and I'm from Tampa, Florida.
I live in Hagerstown, Maryland.
Out here in Maricopa County.
Kalamazoo County, Michigan.
I am a proud African immigrant living in Florida.
I'm from the great state of New Jersey.
I'm Angelina from Philly, and this November, I am not voting for Kamala Harris.
I am not voting for Kamala Harris.
I'm not voting for Kamala Harris.
I am not with Kamala Harris.
I am not with her. I'm not with her.
I am not with Kamala Harris.
I'm not with Kamala.
I am not for Kamala. I am for Donald Trump.
I am not with Kamala.
I am not with her because she is not with me.
I support President Trump and the economic policies our country experienced under his leadership as our 45th president.
President Trump will support our law enforcement agencies and fund them appropriately.
Donald Trump made me proud to be an American.
I'm with Donald J. Trump.
We need a leader who can make America great again.
Trump puts Americans first, and he always will.
We need Donald Trump.
I and millions of other black Americans will cast my vote for Donald J. Trump.
I will proudly cast my vote for Donald J. Trump as our next president. Let's make America great again.
Let's do. You imagine the flack they're getting for that?
Oh man, and what's her face? Jen Psaki had Don Lemon on, and Lemon yapped about how come he ran into so many people that black voters that voted for Trump, and he was trying to say that it was because they got a stimulus check, and that's what made them want Trump and not Kamala Harris. But then he goes on to say that they're just too dumb.
Oh, wow.
They're just too dumb to know.
Yeah, so I do think that he's racist. Is it surprising to me that so many African Americans are supporting him? A bit, but I also think that people tend to romanticize the past. And even though by most metrics, the economy is doing better and it's on fire, what people do is they vote with prices. They vote with their wallets. So maybe the economy is better. Both can be true. The economy can be better.
Both can be
but prices are higher, and people have less money and they have less resources to put towards those high prices and to feed their families. So
and the economy
we
not
talk
better,
a lot about
moron.
low information voters.
Low information
I
voters.
like to call them low partisan information voters, because many of the people I spoke to were not sitting in front of a television every single day and every single night, following every micro breaking news development about Donald Trump and about what's happening in politics. But they were quite aware of what they were doing for their families.
Yeah, funny how that works, Don.
Wow. It's embarrassing. Why would you even have him on your show? Why? All right, let me tell you about the Eden Pure Thunderstorm air purifier using Oxy technology. Quickly destroys viruses, odors, mold, and so much more. With thousands of 5-star reviews, you know this thing works. And it's so easy. You just pop up the plug-in, stick it in the outlet, turn it on, and it goes to work in seconds, destroying those odors. Gets rid of any nasty smell that you don't want to be around. The powerful thunderstorm sends out these O3 molecules, and that's what destroys the odors. It'll even go behind furniture and under furniture. Nothing can hide from it. Best of all, there's no filters to buy, and over again, it's going to save you money. In fact, right from the beginning, use the promo code PAT3 and you'll save $200 on the Eden Pure Thunderstorm 3-pack to put in 3 different rooms in your home, and you pay under $200 for it. So put this wherever you need it, where smells you don't want need to go away. Use the promo code PAT3 and you'll save $200. EdenPureDeals.com. Discount code PAT3. That's EdenPureDeals.com. Discount code PAT3.
You're listening to Pat Gray Unleashed.
Welcome. I got some tweets here. BYU Mullet Head tweets, is chewing the fat still free? Inflation is killing me lately, and so is the ex-wife with what I need to pay. I'll take anything for free.
Yes, it is, and you're welcome.
Yeah,
so
he's fighting.
Good luck with the ex.
Fighting that good fight for us. Thank you, Jeffy.
Ex.
Tom Karnick, don't worry about it, Jeffy. I don't believe anyone has died from the meat sweats.
Well, I don't know that that's actually true, but I'm happy to hear it.
Yeah. Super Dan, it's nuts. We can simply change the face of the person pushing political policy, and suddenly there's a huge shift in support for that policy. Only way this makes sense is if we don't vote on policy at all, but personality. Yeah. And that's more terrifying than Trump or Harris. From Nancy, remember, actors get paid to speak words people tell them to say.
Yep. We always
Ben Stiller.
We always run them off as being smarter than they are.
Yeah. Chad nauseum instead of ad nauseum. Get it? Further proof that Zoolander was actually autobiographical.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was kind of... I don't know that I've ever seen Zoolander, but he was pretty stupid in that, right?
Very stupid.
Based on the trailer.
Yes.
Let's see. Monicate 17. Make property sales tax a one-time charge. Or how about a no-time charge?
0 times.
Yes. 0 times. Pay that. Oh, it's agonizing. Constantly crocheting in Pennsylvania. I believe Trump would benefit from school choice, and the money follows the student. That'd encourage poor-performing schools to up their game and can only improve schools all around. I'm paying $19,000 a year for 2 in private school. It'd also help homeschooling, too. And from Pardon My Sanity, who cares if Donald J. Trump is in it for himself? It's called capitalism.
Water, big water, ocean water.
I mean, the man has proven that he's not in it for himself. I mean, he's proven that.
Yeah, I firmly believe he loves America.
Absolutely.
Is there any doubt that he loves America?
No.
I mean, the haters will say, yeah, of course, he only loves himself. Blah, blah, blah. Shut up. I think he's shown that over and over
yes,
again.
I believe he has.
Yeah. Does Kamala Harris love America? No.
No.
Not for a second.
No, she does not.
None of the Democrats do. None of the Democrats in power do.
That's for sure.
They're pathetic.
You know, speaking of Donald Trump, and it got me thinking, you're doing your Eden Pure commercial a few moments ago.
Mm-hmm.
And I saw a clip last night that I did not know existed. And it is awesome. Donald Trump is on the Larry King show, which I'm sure he was on Larry, I thought multiple times, but maybe not. maybe he wasn't, because this clip, it's a short clip when he came on Larry King, and I don't remember this, but it is awesome.
Do you mind if I sit back a little bit, because your breath is very bad? It really is. Has this ever been told to you before?
No.
Huh? Okay.
No.
No, he slides back.
Oh my God. Wow, that's an awkward scene.
That is outstanding. I mean, Eden Pure Technology was not available in 1989.
No. Well, that was 89?
Yeah.
Wow.
So, I mean, that is awesome. Now, I remember a story about one time about Larry King, that he used to keep a fan underneath the desk because he had a little bit of a gas issue. But maybe he had, it was a whole smelling thing issue.
Maybe.
I mean, according to Donald Trump. Right there.
Do you mind if I sit back a little bit, because your breath is very bad? It really
That's
is.
really
Has this
a
ever been
bad
told
way
you
to start
before?
an interview,
Huh?
though.
Okay.
Come on. I mean, that's a bad way to
Larry
start.
was probably
the
still
interview.
smoking too, as well, so it's possible. Don, he's a big time anti-smoker.
Donald was?
Yeah, Trump is.
Yeah,
Trump is. Yeah.
Anti-drinking too, because of his brother, right?
Yeah.
So, yeah.
By the way, that shows you that Donald Trump has not changed.
Yes, it does.
Yes, it does.
That was 1989.
Yeah.
And he was still the same human that he is today.
Well, yes. Every interview you see reinforces that.
That's for sure.
He was the same then as he is now.
Yeah.
Is that the case with any other politician?
I don't think so.
I don't think so either.
No. There's been evolution in how he feels about different things, but the person has stayed center for sure.
No doubt about it.
Do you mind if I sit back a little bit, because your breath is? Anybody ever tell you
Do you
that
mind if I
before?
sit back a little bit, because your breath is very bad? It really is. Has this ever been told you before? No. Huh? Okay.
It really is.
I mean, he reinforces
he's serious,
it too.
Yeah. Anybody ever tell you? I mean, seriously.
I mean, it really is.
Don't you have producers for that? Like, bro,
Jeez.
Makeup Girl hasn't told you that?
No, you don't mess with Larry, man.
We lost him.
Yeah, I know.
We lost him. Yeah, you can't mess with Larry anymore. So that option does not exist any longer.
Sad.
How long's it been? What was it? 2020 or somewhere in there?
Yeah.
Has it been?
Yeah,
I think it's been
4
years.
or 5 years. Yeah.
888-900-3393. More coming up.
This is Pat Gray Unleashed.
Welcome. Great to have you with us. 888-900-3393. Pat Unleashed on Twitter. This is interesting. Conservative social media firestorm erupted following Monday night's McKinney ISD Board of Trustees meeting. Now, McKinney is a nice suburb in the Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex. So it's 45 minutes or an hour from us. But it's a great place. It's in the Metroplex here. It's part Texas.
of DFW.
It's Texas. One of the many topics they discussed during the nearly 3-hour meeting was whether the district should forbid boys from entering girls' bathrooms and locker rooms. Does that seem like a difficult question?
It does not.
No.
It does not.
How about the word no? They should not enter girls' bathrooms and locker rooms.
Can we all agree on that?
Yes. No, we can't. Not in McKinney, Texas. It's incredible. Do we have that clip from the actual meeting still? Yes.
There we go.
Here it is.
Support our young ladies and not allow any boys in their locker rooms or on their sports team.
Pause it for a second. Okay. There's the issue before us. Can we support our girls here and not allow boys into the girls' bathrooms and locker rooms? And how about we don't let the boys compete against girls in sports?
There's an idea.
Okay, so
pretty simple baseline.
It's been proposed. Can I get a second? Here we go.
Is there a pool?
Support our young ladies and not allow any boys in their locker rooms or on their sports team.
Okay, so we have a motion on the floor, as Trustee Green has stated. Do we have a second?
Hello?
And do you want just to clarify again? I know Ms. Pierce wanted to make sure the motion.
Just clarify.
That we support our young ladies and not allow boys That's young men that have that have DNA that is boy DNA. Not be allowed in the locker room or on the sports team competing against young ladies.
Okay. Or going in their locker room or bathroom. We have a second. Hello.
So there's no second. We'll go ahead and let it die.
We'll go ahead and let that die.
Our last speaker.
All right. We'll go ahead and let that die. All right, sorry. Nobody else is in favor of keeping boys out of the girls' bathrooms and locker rooms.
What are we doing?
McKinney, Texas. It's unbelievable.
What are we doing? I
mean, unbelievable.
I talked about it. I've been talking about it now, but ever since we moved to Texas, however long ago now, we kept hearing, and this was happening in Texas. And here's
not a thing
example.
anymore.
This is happening in Texas. Yeah,
right.
is.
It is. Just like everything else happening in Texas. Yep. You're right. That should not be.
Well, that shouldn't be anywhere.
Difficult. You should get
anywhere across the land. Period.
Yeah.
But
you should get a second and a third and a fourth and a fifth and a sixth, and everybody on that panel should say, "Yeah, I support that."
And the one mom that doesn't support it, she can get up and say her 2 minutes that she thinks it's a bad idea against the ISD, and we can move on.
Instead, it's the opposite.
Instead of the opposite.
One guy, one lone voice in the wilderness wants to protect girls. It's staggering. That's staggering. Meanwhile, in Australia, a women's soccer team that has not one, not two, but five.
Oh, I thought it was only three.
5 transgender players. 5 men on their team. Get this. This will shock you to your core. They just won their league.
Good for them.
Didn't lose a single match.
Good for them.
Yeah. They scored 61 goals and gave up 6 goals en route to a 14-0 record. Huh. With just 5 men on the team, you were able to accomplish that. Huh. That's interesting.
Excuse me, it's ma'am. It is ma'am.
The team made headlines earlier in the season when when one of their games was 10-0, and one of the transgender girls scored 6 goals on his own. Outrage over the club was shared by soccer commentator Lucy Zellick and author J.K. Rowling, who has been vehemently against men participating in women's sports, and that's why she's paying a stiff price for it. I'm sure she doesn't care. She's a billionaire now, and she just keeps doing it. She keeps doing the right thing and fighting this good fight. It's amazing. And she's very liberal, very progressive.
I mean,
but she can't go along with this.
And we shouldn't either. And this league shouldn't have put up with it.
Nope.
This just shouldn't have played and said, no, we're not going to compete. It's not going to happen.
So the Flying Bats is a football club, a soccer club, for self-identified women and non-binary people. So all you have to do is identify as a woman, and 5 of these men do. But it features a 6'2" male athlete named Riley Dennis, born Justin Dennis, towers over these females in his uniform, which features the transgender pride flag on the sides of it, which is beautiful.
Nice.
That's beautiful. It's really beautiful. He was said to have injured a female player months ago, causing her to seek hospital treatment.
Oh, no.
Yeah. Yahoo Sports revealed that organizers held a crisis meeting in reference to a 6'2" player who broke the leg of a girl in 2 places. She's 5'6". He's 6'2". 24 teammates of the player. 24 teammates of the player reportedly quit because they didn't want to play against that transgender-laden team.
Okay, good.
I don't blame them.
I don't either.
Yeah, they're just the same. There's no difference between men and women in sports.
I don't know. I would not.
I don't know how you allow it. I really don't.
I don't know how you do it either. But as a parent, you're up against one guy on a school ISD board that is fighting for you, and the rest are just sitting there with their thumbs up their rear end.
Yeah,
I mean it's incredible.
It sure is. Yep. just one senior club official was quoted as saying, "The girls expect to play female competition."
Yeah.
He said, "A couple of years ago, one of the Flying Bats players broke one of our players' legs in 2 places. She no longer is playing football. As a small club, I've lost 24 players, and that's a direct result of not wanting to play against the Flying Bats."
Yeah. Sure.
What are you going to do? And, I mean, if you don't believe there's a difference between men and women in sports, I mean, soccer is a great example because we've talked about this before.
Yes.
The U.S. women's team, okay, the national team that has won world championships, Olympic gold medals, including, I think, the last one, right?
Yeah.
Didn't they just win the gold medal
they
again? They played in Dallas a few years ago against a 14 and under team and lost 5-2. Against a 14 and under boys team and lost 5-2. The national women's team.
No, I heard you. I heard you. I
Do
don't
you
know why
understand what I'm saying there? What I'm saying is the best women's team in the world lost to 14-year-old boys by a lot. But there's no difference. Don't worry about it. There's no competitive difference at all.
And Pat, is that the transgender you were talking about? I put a picture of him.
Oh yeah, there he is.
Is that
there he is.
The tower?
No difference.
Look at that. Yeah, look at that.
I mean, going through a growth spurt.
Okay. She's fine. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. That's fine.
And she's pretty. She belongs there.
She's lovely.
Yeah.
She's beautiful. I've never seen a more beautiful woman. Have you?
No.
Jeffy hasn't either. It's bad.
I have not.
Oh, that's another trans behind him.
Oh, yeah.
Well,
yeah, the little short-headed thing.
Right.
That's on the other team then, right?
No.
Over here on the right.
Okay, yeah.
Well, there's 5 of them. You're bound to pick a couple out.
Just throw a rock and you'll hit a couple of trans.
Yep. I mean, come on. That's unbelievable. It really is. You know, for years, we've been sounding the alarm about the corruption that's eating away at our country. But what you're about to witness, it's enough to make your blood boil. We all remember the chaos during the COVID pandemic, the lockdowns, the uncertainty, the fear, the abuse of power, while millions of hardworking Americans were just struggling to keep their heads above water. Well, there are others who saw an opportunity to line their pockets with our tax dollars, all thanks to the Paycheck Protection Program. And the worst part, this happened right under the government's nose because they failed to put any real protections or guardrails in place to prevent this blatant abuse. Our latest Blaze Original documentary is pulling back the curtain on the fraud that went down during the time our new documentary, how fraudsters cashed in on billions in COVID relief. It's not just an expose, it's a wake-up call. We dig into the murky world of PPP loans, showing you exactly how some people gamed the system while you were just trying to keep the lights on. And let me tell you, it's really shocking, but it's also exactly what we've come to expect when you mix big government and a crisis. But there's more. This documentary doesn't just tell the story, it brings it to life with the help of Alex Stein, who you know for his no-holds-barred, in-your-face style. Alex gets to the heart of the matter, confronting the fraudsters on the street and asking questions that we all want answers to, but maybe not the answers you'd expect. Trust me, you don't want to miss this. So if you want to know more about where your tax dollars are being wasted, then you got to see our latest Blaze Original. Head over to blazeoriginals.com/Pat. Subscribe for a 7-day trial period. Plus, $30 off with the promo code SCAMDEMIC. SCAMDEMIC. And watch Tuesday, September 3rd. You'll be angry, you'll be informed, but most of all, you'll be ready to take a stand. Unleashed. And tomorrow, don't forget, we've got our UFO show. Inside the Pentagon's hunt for UFOs. This is from, it's called Imminent. The book is Imminent, from Luis Elizondo. former head of the Department of Defense's Advanced Aerospace Threat Identification Program. That's a mouthful.
That is a long business card.
It's a big business card.
Now, Luis claims the aliens are already among us.
They're inside the house.
Already here.
And Nancy told us.
Nancy told us.
Nancy told us.
Oh, yeah, she did.
She told us.
She sure did.
Are we considering someone who's reptilian?
Yes.
A UFO or
Yes,
a UAP
we are.
or
Yes.
an alien?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
How did it get?
Very discreet, reptilian,
Yeah.
cold-blooded.
Right.
These are the races we have to win.
Okay.
There it is.
She's very discreet. She's reptilian. She's cold-blooded. She admitted it right there. So
He's terrible.
already he's got credibility,
There you go.
right?
I mean, there's a couple of Nancy Pelosi clips, right? We had a couple new ones that were released the last couple of days of her on January 6th leaving and saying, taking what appeared to be a little bit of the blame. And then the next day they record her from some documentary team, it looks like, where she's blaming Trump. I mean, it's really incredible of the change. Remember, we had her in the car, and she was pissed.
She took responsibility in the car.
She took responsibility, and then after that, she realized, oh, no, Nancy, you can't say that. That's Donald Trump's fault.
And what's interesting is it was her daughter recording all of that.
Yeah, well, they were doing I watched the whole thing on HBO Max. I mean, I got through it.
I bet it's agonizing.
It is kind of agonizing, yes. And it's interesting how the people that she followed, most of them did go to jail, but they got really light sentences. And I don't know that if talking to her helped with that. You know what I mean? Because they followed them all. And they all talked about how they were there and what they did and what happened. And then they ended up, serving some kind of sentence. But it was not anything like the sentences we've heard since then.
Unbelievable.
It most definitely is.
Yeah.
This whole January 6th thing is.
Oh, I'm so tired of it. I'm so tired of it. But it drives home how important it is to keep your wits about you and not get violent and not start breaking things and don't break the law. You don't have to break the law when you go protest. That could have been completely avoided, but it played right into their hands, and they've used it extensively against us.
But for most of the people,
most of the people were. Yeah, they were fine.
It wasn't.
Yes, right. It was a couple hundred people out of, 200,000 or 300,000 or whatever. But they make a big deal out of it, like it's every single Trump fan, like it's every Trump supporter did that.
Trump told them to do it.
Yeah,
which is
nonsense. It's garbage.
Yeah.
Proven lie, but they don't care about that.
No.
They just keep repeating the proven lies. It's amazing. It's really amazing. Let me tell you about the Jace case. They're hosting an exclusive giveaway where you can win a Jace case for life. Yeah,
nice.
You get a Jace case every single year for the rest of your life. There's no purchase necessary to enter, so don't miss out. This giveaway runs until the 31st, 2 days from now. So that's 3 days from now?
End of the month.
Right. No, 2 days from now. It's 29th, right?
End of the month.
2 days.
Okay.
End of this month.
It's the end of this month. Just know that.
August 2024.
And the Jace case contains 5 separate antibiotics that could really help you out if there's a shortage or if you're, away from home and your pharmacy and your doctor and all of that. You can always be prepared wherever you go, whatever the circumstances are. Supply chain interruption, whatever it is. Just go online, fill out a simple form, and then a doctor reviews it and make sure you're not allergic to any of the medications. You can get add-ons like Tamiflu, which is really going to come in handy if we have a really bad flu season. So if you'd like to get a Jace case every year for the rest of your life, join this giveaway. Again, no purchase necessary to enter. So don't miss out. It runs, again, until the 31st. Go to jace.com/Pat. When you buy, enter the promo code PAT at checkout to get a nice discount on your order. That's promo code PAT at jase.com/Pat.
Pat Gray Unleashed.
We were were talking about property taxes a while ago. This is great in California. If you're a California resident, you must be thrilled right now. I mean, I would be so happy about this latest thing. Oh, my gosh. The California Senate just passed a bill to allow undocumented immigrants, illegal aliens, to use the state's zero down, zero interest home loans program. Oh, good. Yes. So
it's about time.
They broke into the country illegally. The least we can do is help them buy a home now here, right? That's the least we can do. For no down and no interest. 23 votes for, 11 votes against, including, of course, all 9 Republicans. There's only 9 Republicans in the California Senate.
And then my question to that is, are they?
Yeah, I know. But they voted against it, so they're somewhat. And Democratic senators, Catherine Blake Spear and Dave Min, both joined the Republicans. So they got 2 Democrats on their side to vote against it. Yeah. The California Dream for All Shared Appreciation Loans Program allows applicants to secure loans of up to $150,000 or 20% of the home's purchase price, or about what a typical down payment is, with zero down payment and no payments. In exchange, the state receives the original loan amount plus 20% of the appreciated gain on the home when it's refinanced, sold, or transferred. The state allocated in the last fiscal year $255 million for the program for 1,700 lucky winners of the application lottery. Isn't that great? And the good thing about that is $255 million to California, that's nothing. They're just rolling in cash right now. They've got so much they don't know what to do with it. So they're like, okay, we've taken care of every last one of our 37 million people here, the residents, the citizens of California. What can we now do for the millions of illegal aliens who shouldn't be here?
Excess money.
Yeah,
that we've got laying around.
Let's spend it on people who broke our laws initially to get here and continue to break them now.
That's a good idea.
Let's reward them for that. Yeah. That's how much they love the country. They love it so much they broke into it illegally.
So these people have to win a lottery even with the new deal, or was it just
not the immigrants?
Just anybody that wants it can have it.
Yeah. Well,
that's interesting.
The residents have to win a lottery. That's why it was only 1,700 people.
Okay, right.
Yeah, but the illegals, no, you wouldn't ask them to be in a lottery, would you? No, that'd be hateful of you and bigoted and xenophobic. What's the matter with you?
That's why I was asking.
Okay,
That's what I was asking.
You're just making sure.
Yeah.
Okay, good. California already spends $5 billion per year on free health care for illegal aliens. Okay.
Nothing.
That's
nothing to them.
A drop in the bucket.
Nothing to them.
Yeah, especially, to California, who's just rolling in cash. They bathe in it. They marinate in money in Sacramento. I don't know if you're aware of that, but yeah, they marinate in cash.
All right.
Yeah.
The good news, more good news rather than that, is that I just see where a new USA Today Suffolk University poll of 1,000 likely voters released moments ago. Kamala Harris has an 8-point lead over Donald Trump.
8? What?
She holds a 23-point lead over Trump among voters earning less than $20,000 a year. So Trump had a 3-point lead in that in June. So
wait, she's got an 8-point lead nationally?
Surged
in this poll?
Surged ahead of Donald Trump. Yeah, this just says he says 8-point. Oh, it's an 8-point turnaround. So she's ahead by 5 points.
Okay,
48 to 43.
Get out of here. That's not. Get out of here. Who did this poll?
The USA Today Suffolk University.
Jeez. That can't be.
I know.
That cannot stand.
I know.
Come on now. Come on. Please tell me that's not accurate.
Okay, it's not accurate.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
You're welcome.
And let me give you one other good news story, because this is so much fun. We just talked about what's going on in McKinney at schools there, where they won't protect girls from boys being in their locker room and their bathrooms and their sports programs. Now in Tennessee, we had a 10-year-old who was just expelled from school for a year because he pointed his finger in the shape of a gun.
Damn violent little kid.
Right? How many people could have killed if his finger had gone off accidentally?
You don't know how
it could have killed everybody in the class.
Yeah, you don't know.
You don't know. There could have been dead bodies everywhere. But he not only did he point his finger in the shape of a gun, which is a level 2 lookalike firearm, if you remember correctly.
Are you pointing at Chris right now?
He also made machine gun noises like that.
Oh my gosh! And those are illegal.
Well,
they're not anymore, according to
the Supreme Court. Yeah. The boy was expelled as part of a zero tolerance law in Tennessee that mandates any child, any student who makes a threat of mass violence, so I guess that's what that was, be expelled for at least a year.
Stop it.
You know, these zero tolerance policies are always zero common sense.
Correct.
This is supposed to protect kids. Nobody needed to be protected from his hand. It's a child's finger.
Correct.
It can't go off. It doesn't matter what noise he made.
Correct.
No one can get hurt from it. I mean,
it's insane. It's insane. And to lose we've lost common sense along that.
Yes. I mean, if this is the kind of society we're going to be, we don't deserve to be saved. Come on. Stand up and say no to this nonsense.
This is Pat Gray Unleashed.